Okay.
Okay, so we're here with Isabel today, and we worked with the Neuro Transformation program like I don't know, maybe three weeks ago, maybe. I think it was like
The
2 weeks
last one
ago,
was
maybe.
it was 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm gonna ask some questions so that you guys know the experience that she had and what we worked on. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind, what you do, where you at.
So I'm a part-time dentist. I work overseas. I don't work in my home country. And the other half, I'm in my country doing my own things in my area of what I like in music. So this is mainly my life. I'm half of the year I'm in one country, half of the year I'm in another country, doing
Mm,
two different, completely different things.
that sounds amazing, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is like I think I can call myself a lucky person
Yeah.
in that way. Yeah.
I believe that you've done, your share to have this lucky life because it's
Yeah,
not that.
yeah.
But
It's so like Carlos Ducarum used to say.
yeah. So actually we know each other for so long, maybe I don't know how many years. Actually, we
I think
maybe
it's going on 20.
no way, no, not that
I
much.
think it is,
It is?
Yeah, I think it
No,
is.
no, no,
If
come
it's not 20, it's like 15.
maybe four,
Easy.
yeah, around 15 years, maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's been quite a long time. But I didn't know the struggles that you have inside yourself.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot of about a lot of stuff, but not about you, like the deep stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so we talked a little bit, and what was the trigger for you to work with me to do this neurotransformation program? What was like the thing that made you like, yeah, I want to do this. This is the right time to do this.
Actually, it was the timing because I already knew you did this, but
Mhm.
it never crossed my mind to do it. But actually, by the time we talked about it again, and I decided to do it, I was already thinking I need to do something else because I already did so many other stuff that helped me. Like I started my own like personal journey, a conscience one, like 15 years ago, more or less. That's when I actually started reading and learning, and I did try the psychology, I tried other stuff, and it all helped me. But it was for that moment, and I was actually considering doing psychology again, and I still want to do like Jungian stuff. But I wanted to do it like whatever because I was feeling I wasn't coping it myself. I needed help. I've been doing work by myself for a few years now, and
Mhm.
it's worked, but it's hard. It's always hard, isn't it? But in the last couple of months, I was thinking, I'm going against the wall or something like that. I need someone to guide me out of here. I need
Mhm.
the help of someone. And then because I was already thinking about this, and then we talked about it. And I thought, oh, I have the money, and I like Dan because you have to have a connection with the person
Yeah, for
to
sure.
guide you. Can't be anyone. It's like everything else. It's like a teacher. You can't even if you can have the best teacher, he can know everything. But if you don't have that connection with the teacher, you're not going to learn almost anything, or it's not going to be the same. You learn much more when you have a proper connection with the person that's
Mhm.
trying to help you. And we have that. We
Yeah,
always
that's for
had.
sure.
And I thought, oh, I have the money, and it's an investment myself, so why not try? So that's
Mhm.
why I chose to do it with you.
And there was a part of you that it was interesting because you thought that the change would take a lot of time, right? Like,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah, because
like,
that's what you
we can do that
that's
really fast. And you were like, really? Yeah, yeah, of course. And you're like,
because you don't
okay.
usually see that. And as when we grow up, like my grandparents, oh, work because eventually you have something. If and that's what I saw as well. They did have their things, but it took so long to have their own
Mm,
things, to have the life they wanted, or I don't know if it was the life they wanted, but they did work for it, and it did
yeah,
took a long time. And you see people struggling with mental illnesses, and it's always so hard.
yeah.
I experienced that. I changed. I know I changed a lot on the last 15 years, but it was hard, and it took a while. And sometimes you're beating yourself up, and it doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's why I had some doubts.
And what did you like working with this technique, it was amazing, right? You remember the first session, you were like,
Yes.
how is this possible? How is this working? But it was quite and like an how do you say, it was like quite impactful, right? And
Yeah.
what did you like the most about this technique, the sessions that we had? You felt actually the changes happening at the moment, right?
Yeah, that was one of the things. But what I actually liked more was that it wasn't suffering all the time.
Mm,
Like I had allergy consultations before, and I was always crying, and we were always talking, not always about the same things in the same way, although it would change like the perspective. But you are always going through things, and it doesn't seem to get easier,
mm,
if you know what I mean. You may change eventually, but it takes a long time, and then it's not easy. You're always talking about the same things. It's always hard. You're always crying. And even when I did the constellations, it's it's a bit easier because the way we did it, we don't talk too much about it. You just
mm-hmm.
let things flow, and eventually you see the changes, and it's not conscious, obviously, but it's hard. And this wasn't that hard. The
Yeah,
first appointment, as you said to me, it was a bit because you have to go through everything, because that's how you go through, you review, and then you put that thing away.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
done,
That's it.
isn't it? But you don't do that on other types of how do you call it?
Yeah,
It's not treatments I want to say,
therapism
but like
techniques. Yeah,
yes,
I get
therapies,
it too.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, the thing is like I do always this analogy about the dentist, right? The first
Yeah.
session with me is like going to the dentist and seeing which tooth you have to fix. But the second session, we're just gonna fix everything up. That's it.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
was
Yeah.
that happened, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so what are the things that you saw the changes happening like in your daily life? It changed, right? Because what we do is like we do the session, but we want you to feel the changes in your daily life. What was the first changes that you felt inside of yourself? We didn't
Well,
get into what we wanted to work on yourself, but
yeah,
you
yeah,
had a
yeah.
lot of stuff to work from the past and some some
Mm,
deep issues that we've worked on. And what kind
yeah.
of changes that you felt like starting working with?
Well, I felt, and I feel calmer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't feel so much restlessness. I actually feel more confident in the future, like that I can risk some things that I didn't used to want to, because I was so afraid that how everything's going to, I don't know if it's going to go right, it may go wrong, and then I'm by myself in the world, and I don't feel that. I feel actually more confident in myself.
Awesome. That's one of the
Actually,
one of the things that we wanted to work on, right? Your worthiness, your
yeah, yeah,
confidence
yeah,
about your being more positive.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel more calm. I can, like the speeches I was saying to you earlier. Like I think I'm able to communicate better with
Mm-hmm.
people, not just in my profession where I have to talk a lot because I am a dentist.
Yeah.
But
You talk a lot to a lot.
I feel that I talk a lot. My first appointments are always I always say to my patients, I'm sorry, I really I talk too much. I say no, 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 because I'm explaining everything like you explained it
Exactly. Yeah.
to me. But I feel like I can communicate better, not still where I want to, but I'm on my way, so I'm more conscious of it, and I am able to control it much more immediately than I used to.
Yeah. And what about the feeling about yourself, the relationship with yourself? Did it change a lot?
It did, because that's the thing, is it? Because I wanted to like more of myself. Because if I like more of myself, I want to value so much of what anyone else thinks.
Yeah.
If I think I'm all right, and I am doing the right thing, and I'm a good person, because I don't, in my value system, that's good. And I think I'm there. I think I'm almost completely there. It's not 100% yet, but I'm much better. I feel it. It's it's
That's
really
awesome. It's a
interesting.
journey also, and like we planted some seeds to grow. So obviously it's
Yeah,
going to grow more, and it's getting stronger and stronger. The roots are going to get stronger, but
yeah, yeah.
we planted the right seeds for sure. And the thing that I know you so well for so long, and I didn't know that you had this stuff struggling inside yourself. And I was like, you don't deserve this. You deserve to be really happy. Remember this? Like I'm
Yes,
gonna
yes,
help.
yes,
I was
yes,
like
yes.
so motivated to work with you because I
Yeah, yeah,
knew
that's right.
I knew where you should be, and you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, let's do this.
Yeah, I remember, it's
And
so funny.
yeah,
Uh,
and I'm really happy because that happened, and because when I work with someone, I have this image of the person, right? But
yeah, yeah.
I don't I see the person in the present moment, but I see the how do you say, they not the evolved but upgraded version,
Yes,
I had
yes,
that in
yeah,
my mind, and I was like, yeah, I was really happy that I was able to help you, and you did an awesome job. You did everything, and you were doing a lot of stuff, but there is a part that I felt that you were hitting the wall, and we
yeah,
just had to flip all the stuff, all the past, release all the emotions from the past. That
yeah, yeah,
it's a lot of stuff happens, but we don't have to carry all the burden for forever, right? Yeah, and
yeah,
we
that's
have to
true.
and we have to take responsibility of our emotions and how we react to the stuff. But sometimes
Yeah.
like we don't have the right tools. But yeah,
Or the right people around us to help us, because we don't have to do it
Mm.
everything by ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah. That was one of the talks that we had, right? Like I explained the letter,
Yeah.
Japanese letter of person.
Yes, yes,
And
yes, exactly.
yeah,
Yes.
so we have to balance each other out, right? One
Yeah,
falls, the
that's
other
it.
one falls. So no one lives alone. And yeah, reaching out is really important for sure. So yeah, another question. In your words, what was like working with me? Like, was it, like you said, it was easy at first? Did you enjoy the sessions? What was it?
Yeah,
What is your
well,
opinion? Yeah.
not an evaluation. Well, it was great, as it usually is, because that's the thing. It was easy because when I went to the psychologist, or when I was with another friend of mine that did the constellations, it was never enough for them, and I know they were doing their best, and it's the way I say, "Oh, but I already did all of this, but you still need to do all of this," and it's so discouraging.
Mhm.
I know what they mean, and I've done it before. I've said it to other people as well. As I continue my journey, I understand you that's not helpful, and you don't say that. You say, "No, but you already did so much, and I'm going to help you to reach that little bit that's missing. So I'm here for you," and that really. Uh, because you feel the support behind us, because you're there, and we know, and you are so sure of yourself. You say, "No, I'm going to help you. I know I can help you."
Yeah, I'm so confident, right? Yeah.
And yeah, but that helps a lot. That really helps a lot, and it makes it
Mm.
so much easier, because you actually believe, well, yeah, it actually may be possible, and he's so sure of it, and he actually values the work I've done.
Yeah, and
Because
I actually do, because
yeah,
you
but I
did
didn't
so
have that
much.
before.
Yeah.
They always say it's not that they want to diminish what I did, but they
Mm.
always, I think people have a different perspective of things and think, no, no, but you've done a lot, but you still have all of this work to
Yeah.
do.
And
And
the thing
then
is,
sometimes it's really discouraging.
yeah, and the thing is, people actually, think that it takes a lot of time. But with
Yeah,
what I do, I know it's really fast. So for me, it's like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
really fast. We
yeah,
can do it really fast. That's okay.
yeah.
So it's not
Yeah,
that,
exactly. No,
oh,
but
we
that
have to
was the
do all
best
this.
thing. That was the best thing. It because start we already communicate really well with each other,
Hmm.
because we know we have the similar ideas, and even when where we don't have, we understand each other. We know,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's why I not believed in you, but I had confidence in you. I knew you
Hmm.
were going to deliver. If you believed, you would deliver, because I already know you
Yeah,
from years behind.
that's
So
true.
it's not that I just met you. I knew you. So, but it was easy because of that. You didn't make it hard for me. You actually make it
Mhm.
easier.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
made it easy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's easy to work with you because you're fun
Mhm.
to work with also, and it was easy to work with your subconscious mind as well. It was
Yeah.
so, how do you say, so receptive, yeah, to the
Yes,
changes and
yes.
all that. And that's because you also have done a lot of work with yourself, so there was just the part that needed help to flip, to change, so that's
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really awesome. And like in summary, what were the results that you felt that was really worth working, and in this last month? Is it how you feel about yourself? Is this the most important thing, or the
It is
relationship that you
actually.
have?
It
Yeah. Hmm.
is, because I think because I didn't have sense of self-worth, because of all of my growing up, and
Hmm.
my self-esteem was really bad. Although I uh, actively tried to just over the years, doing affirmations and writing and so on, rationally, I wasn't being able to do that. And
Hmm.
I never knew, because then that's the thing, isn't it? It's the subconscious. And if I don't have the tools to reach it, because I didn't knew, that's why I was always going against a block, because I didn't
Yeah,
know how to go through that block.
exactly.
And that's the main thing, because now I have more self-worth. It doesn't mean that I'm more selfish or anything, but I value myself much more, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's not fake.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
from the
feel it.
inside, right? It's from the inside.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
and
That's it.
I'm not bothered. If I think I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not second guessing myself
Mm-hmm.
not so much anyway. So it's like it's
Awesome.
still my path, because nothing is ever finished, isn't it? We only finish when we die. So there's always space for improvement. But
Exactly, for sure.
but yeah, but I feel it much more, and I think that changes the way I deal with myself and
Yeah.
how I deal with other people as well.
Mm-hmm. Are you happier?
Yes, I think I am. Yeah.
You think? Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, so, I'm still, I still have that time that, oh, is this going to last?
Oh, the thing about lasting. Yeah, so many people ask
Because
me that.
it's
Yeah.
still not. And but then
Yeah.
actually there are things I decided to do this week. Enough. I didn't thought about this like when I first started thinking about it. Then I thought, but this is the result of this, because I feel more confident.
Mm-hmm.
And I like myself, and I know I'm worth it. That's why I'm deciding these things now.
Awesome. And it's
But
gonna
it's
it's gonna last
a
for sure
habit.
because like I said,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
work with the subconscious parts and also the root causes of the problem, and that's changed. And the subconscious mind actually
Yes.
knows the new neural pathways are much better for you. So they won't go back again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I have so many reviews from like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years after.
yeah.
And usually people say like you should do the reviews after like a year or two because my life completely changed, because
Yeah, we
it's
need to do that, because
we
I
can do
was
that
thinking about
actually.
that, because I thought, well, we're going to have this one, but it's just 2 weeks. I wonder how my life is like after
Yeah.
2 or 3 months, or
We'll
after.
do that for sure. We'll do that for sure. Okay, so if someone would be in the position of watching this and would be thinking about, oh, I would like to maybe work with Dan, do this neurotransformation program, but still a little bit in the fence, right? I don't know if I want to do this or not. I don't know if it's going to work. Do you have like some words of encouragement for them? Something that, or like a suggestion that what would you say to them? Like a friend,
um,
imagine that you have a friend of yours that needs my help, right? And you have
no,
some, but you
I
told
already
me
have that.
exactly. What would
I
you
told
tell
you.
them? Yeah, what
I
would
already
you
told
tell
her.
them?
I would tell them if they have the money, because obviously not everyone
Mhm,
can afford it, but it's fine. People do those things if they can afford it. We can't push
mhm,
anyone to do it if they can't. But um, if they can afford it, and if they, I would actually advise them to do it, because it will change, even if they don't think it is going to change. But they need to obviously be open to it. You can't
mhm.
go to some things like going to psychology or whatever. You can't go just, oh, I'm going, but I'm sure it's not going to work. If you're going like that,
Obviously
but
not.
even
Yeah.
then, maybe,
Yeah, it
um,
would work. Yeah.
yeah, it's just
That's true.
it was. I think it's a very, because it's an investment in yourself, and it does work.
Yeah.
It does work, and it's an investment. People need to see it as an investment in themselves,
Hmm.
not something that's superfluous or
Hmm.
an
Hmm.
extra, because it's not. If you need to change yourself, or if not change, but if you feel that there are things that you can't really see why they are happening, or they're not good for you,
Hmm.
I would
Yeah, and
try it.
so many people that take so many like decades to change, sometimes a lifetime, and they don't get
And
the
they change,
results. You
and
know what I
sometimes
mean?
they do spend money on so many other things.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Yeah.
matter of priorities sometimes.
Exactly, exactly. But like I say, many people travel to forget the problems, but they bring the
Yeah,
problems with them, right? They go to
yeah,
a
yeah,
visit,
yeah.
they forget about them, the problems are there, they come back, they spend a lot of money, but they're still the same people.
You
So,
remind me of
um,
I think it's a Zento, or it was someone else that said it. That he had an old man. He said, "Oh, when I was young, this mountain was just a mountain, and the river was just a river. And then I went away, and then the mountain was not a mountain anymore, and the river wasn't. And then I got old, and then it's just still a mountain. Things change. They are inside you. They're always
yeah, it's
inside you.
how
You think they
it is.
change because you go somewhere, but you are. It's a perspective.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah,
The
that's it.
perspective.
That's it. Yeah. So I think that's sometimes you have to have the journey within. You
Yeah,
have to go
yeah. And it's not
within.
sometimes, it's always. It's always.
Yeah.
Everything we need is inside.
True. Yeah, true, true. Okay. All right, Isabel. So thank you for the interview, and I'm really happy that you're doing really well and you're feeling much
Thank you.
better. And yeah, we can do the interview
Yes.
another from like a year from now or 2 years,
Yes.
something. You never know. We'll keep in touch for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes.
We'll talk soon, all right?
You're welcome. Thank you.
Adiós, Ana.